Good morning, Shelley. How are you this morning?
I'm good, Erica. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So maybe I'll just give you a chance. I know who you are, obviously, but everyone that's watching might not. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and your business?
Sure. So my name's Shelley Montemurro. My husband and I own this little gym. It's kind of a ma and pa shop in Sherwood Park here called the Little Sweatshop. It's a gym that's focus is primarily for people who may be in the family years, as in they have little children or they are going to have children or they have big children and they're just getting, looking for a place to train. It doesn't matter kind of where you are in life, but the idea or the concept behind the whole place here is one that whatever place you are at in life, we can make it easy for you to incorporate fitness goals into your life.
Awesome. And I think I like how you call it a mom and pop shop, but I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. You have on a whole bunch of different platforms won some amazing awards and totally earned every one of those. And sorry, Shelley, totally going to make you cry here, but it's is a community. It's more than a gym. It's a community, and it's a community that holds people up through all different times in their life, and certainly held our family up last year when we were going through our tough times with Ben. And it is a community. And so I know, pre-COVID and life throwing us our curveball, you and I and Jeff sat in a room a few times and sort of strategized your dreams for the gym and ways to grow it or expand it and create sustainability. And so tell me, pre-COVID, what some of those dreams were and how your strategy was leading to growth in your gym.
So it was a great opportunity actually to sit down with Transitional Solutions and actually talk about, because I say it often, I'm not a business person. See, I cry a lot. So it was really good to sit down and kind of put on a big whiteboard where we are, where we want to be. And because those are things that I think when you start a business, you don't, well, not everybody, but we definitely did not sit down and put it step by step. Okay, where do we want to be? What do we want to do with this? Who do we want to appeal to? What kind of a difference can we make? That kind of thing. We just wanted to open a gym, period. So it was good to sit down and talk about, we want to build a place where we can kind of build up our coaches who are all subcontractors, build them up so that if there was something that they wanted to do, if they wanted to go fly and do something else, then they would have the confidence and the knowledge to do that. And just continuing to expand the programs that we have. So we run from, we have the weightlifting fitness part of things, and then we also have what my husband runs, the martial arts part of things, the kickboxing and jiu-jitsu and MMA part. And so there's in the big picture, they're all fitness, but they do run very differently. And so sitting down and strategizing and being able to say, okay, well, where do we want this martial arts program to go? We have professional athletes that are, in the UFC, and how can we make them better? How can we make this little ma and pa shop a place that is flourishing with not just professional athletes, but also, moms that just had a baby last week.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's, I think you're not a lot different than a lot of businesses that, the growth and success happens organically, and it's not always intentional, the different steps that happen, but for sure, having an opportunity to sit down and figure out what those steps are to reach that vision is definitely helpful and works. So obviously, the last 9 months has thrown everybody a curveball, a big one. But I think what I've seen, and I think what a lot of your clients have seen, is your ability to pivot quickly and continue to offer the amazing service that the Little Sweatshop does. And I know that it doesn't always feed the pocketbook, and it hurts that bottom line. But I think that Little Sweatshop has done an amazing job at pivoting. So can you tell me a little bit in the first lockdown how that pivot worked and what you guys did?
Yeah, sorry, I'm like
That's okay.
super emotional.
It is an emotional thing. I think everybody's feeling it, but certainly small businesses especially.
Yeah. So yeah, the first lockdown, because everybody was unsure. We didn't know anything about the virus. We didn't know how it was spreading. We didn't know who had it. We didn't know anything, right? So I think in the first lockdown, maybe in some ways it was easier for us to just be like, okay, shut her down, but we have to figure out a way to still maintain, to inspire people to still be fit, do the things they want, that kept them healthy. But at that time we didn't know anything, right? So and timeline was another hard thing, that we didn't know how we were going to work around it. We had, at first it was like 2 weeks, and then it was a month, and then it was 2 months, and it was 3 months. So in the initial lockdown, we were given the permission, I guess, to have a cohort. So I created a cohort with Alana, and we did a YouTube channel called Semi-Pro, and we put out videos every single day, and posted those so that everybody could stay connected. We tried in those videos to talk in a way that people felt like we were talking directly to them, just to maintain the feel that we have in the gym itself, where we just really wanted people to want to do these workouts every day. We made them stupid and crazy workouts. So they were really hard. I was so sore every day. It was all we had at the time. So we'd come in every morning, do our workouts, and then after about 2 weeks, because this was all unknown and everything, we were no longer allowed to do cohorting either. So at that point, then I would come in one day and do video, then Alana would come in the next day and do video. So at that point we had no connection really, other than talking to each other and planning workouts and stuff like that. We tried our best to maintain as much connection with people that way as we could. We did stop everybody's memberships. We didn't have it in us to keep taking money. So that was our pivot for that one, was we shut down the gym, put out videos every day for everybody, and I just spent the majority of my day checking in on people.
Yeah, for sure. I know I got quite a few of those texts as well. And I think the community continues to surround each other and support each other, because it is a community. Yeah. So then you were able to open back up again, obviously with some restrictions, and your community came back.
Yeah.
So tell me about the strategy that you and your coaches had when the gym reopened.
Yep. So we followed the very strict restrictions that we had with, spacing out in the gym, disinfecting, cleaning protocols, the screening questionnaire, temperature checks, all that stuff. So we had all the stuff that gyms were required to do to reopen. We established all of that. Equipment was your equipment for the workout. We didn't share anything. And as you know, we are very much a little family here. So we do a lot of partner workouts. We do a lot of team workouts. We do a lot of workouts where it's just people connecting with people in different ways. So we just had to find a new way to do that. We had to find a new way to strategize that. So we still did partner workouts, and maybe even more partner workouts, because I felt it was really important for people to get that connection after we came back from lockdown. We just had to do it a little bit differently. Everybody had their own equipment instead of sharing equipment. So that part was a little bit different. The coaches were amazing. We sat down with the coaches as soon as we came back and said, we're very transparent. We did a whiteboard just like you do, and just wrote everything out. We said, this is where we're at. This is what's sitting over our heads because of the lockdown. Because at that point we had 3 full months of rent sitting over our heads. We didn't know how we were gonna be able to make that back. And the coaches were all amazing. We came up with a plan that worked for all of them. That also took a little bit off my plate, which was great. And the Shea Bears, or the MMA side of things, they did the same thing. So they met up, they talked about a strategy to make it work. And yeah, they just all came together and made it so that we could keep our heads above water anyways for the summer.
Yeah, it's truly, I think, you know, you've got your community of members, but your coaches, like, you guys are a family for sure. Yeah. And I think watching your company pivot so quickly and so seamlessly, and I know it probably wasn't seamless, it's kind of like the duck with the feet paddling under the water. It seemed calm, cool, and collective, and I don't think your members likely saw the fast paddling that you guys were doing, and which speaks volumes to you and your coaches and the whole company as well. So obviously now we're in another lockdown, not a full lockdown, but certainly a lockdown that impacts businesses like yours. And so through all that preparation, did you feel more prepared? I mean, nobody's prepared for lockdown, but do you feel better set up for this lockdown?
You know what, this lockdown I think is a little bit different because we do know more now. And because we know more, we can maybe act a little bit differently. And I don't mean carelessly, I just mean differently. So this time, I feel like the priority in this lockdown has changed a little bit for myself, and for what I want to be able to offer for our community this time. Last time, well, we were coming into summer, so it was good because we could be outside. And now we're in winter months, so it's a little bit tougher. It was nice when we came out of the last lockdown. We still weren't able to open the gym yet, but we could start doing outdoor workouts together, which was great. But yeah, it seems like every couple months we get thrown a new restriction that, for our industry anyways, and some other industries, but for our industry in particular, it seems like we've really been, there's had to been a lot of pivots. So we go from, you know, online YouTube workouts to outdoor workouts to outdoor group workouts where we could make them bigger, we could have more people. And then this lockdown now is one where we don't even really have, we're not allowed to have a cohort even. So it's just me, and everybody's stuck with me in the mornings for 6 a.m. live workouts. But this is what I wanted to do different this time, was I wanted to be able to offer people live workouts, which is nice because then you can still connect, you can still talk to people. So we've been doing the Zoom workouts at 6 a.m., but I record them and I post them on our private page. All of our members have been amazing, and I touched base with all of them in the beginning and said, if you need to stop your membership, no problem. Just let me know. Just message me. I don't need details. Just let me know, because it is a tough time. And then for anybody that is maintaining their membership, they get those workouts every day, whether they want to do them live with us or whether they want to just do them with the recording later. And then at 6 p.m. every night, I do another live workout. And the coaches, again, have stepped up and just been really awesome with, because not everybody doesn't want to see me all the time. So we have coaches coming on and doing, you know, kickboxing classes, MMA. Tanner was on last night doing a kickboxing class. Next week, I've got Mitch doing a jiu-jitsu class. So it's the evening ones. I'm trying to make sure that we reach out to the people that maybe aren't part of, you know, the Metcon fitness part of things, and more the MMA jiu-jitsu side of things, and making sure that there's something for them as well, so they feel value in maintaining their membership. Awesome.
Okay, let's think about 2021 and a post-COVID world. What are your plans? What are your dreams with the Little Sweatshop moving forward?
Well, I'm hoping that on January 14th or 15th, when we get the new revised, we've put in our 28 days of lockdown. Let's hope things can change a little bit. I have a feeling that things will go back to where they were pre this lockdown, where we will be back to, having our spaces on the floor. I'm hoping that group fitness is brought back. I think there's a huge importance for a lot of people for that. We had to pivot to doing individual workouts where people would come in, the workout was on the board, but they weren't doing it all together like we normally do. They were kind of doing their own thing. So that takes away a little bit of the connection that we have here as a community. So hoping to get the group classes back, and then getting the martial arts stuff back, because that is so important to so many people. It's a big part of their lives and a big part of their mental health. Their therapy for the day is just moving, sweating, seeing their friends, and knowing they're doing something good for their health. So hoping that those restrictions get eased up a little bit, and all the work that all of the small businesses have taken to be immaculately clean and having everybody in as safe of quarters as they can and everything, hoping that pays off. Yeah, I guess we have to wait and see what kind of restrictions we're left with. And hopefully we can slowly make our way back to having things just how they always were.
Absolutely. Well, I know that you're a busy lady doing programming for workouts like the one tonight. And I think, again, I think that you and your coaches and the Little Sweatshop as a whole have done an amazing job pivoting through this. And you have a community surrounding you. For anybody watching that has never been to the Little Sweatshop, when COVID's over, check it out. You won't regret it. It's definitely been a huge positive change in my life and my family's life, my kids' life. So check it out. Thank you, Shelley, so much for meeting with me and talking about COVID. I know it's hard, and talking about your business strategy, which is exciting. And I think that, I'm hoping that when COVID's done, or even during COVID, that you and I can sit back and play on a whiteboard again, and then you can watch while we do that.
I like that plan. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you, Erica.